Khan, alright, Shalom, Shalom, to the 144,000 and the one third of the elect of the nation of Israel. First of all, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Rakaha, Kwadash. Double honor, of course, has been transferred unto the elder apostles of the Great Millstone, GMS, who continue to rule and teach Yasha Allah well through the Spirit, leading the flock by example. Honors and salutations goes out to the Akim, the brothers who are pushing this gospel, this good news, the world over, in sincerity and in truth, in hopes that it may edify and feed the elect lambs of Yahweh for Yahweh Shai's sake. Alright? And risking their life for Yahweh Bashim Shai's sake as well. To you few sincere sisters who are doing the right thing, to you I say Shalom. Wa Adawan Ratazah, which means Lord willing. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So, I came across this article from the insider.com, or businessinsider.com rather. Okay, and this was dated September the 4th, 2023, the year that we hope that all these prophecies do indeed come to pass. Okay, and it's just this is how you know who rules the world. All right, in wickedness, all right, in abomination, things like that. This is how we know who the wicked is, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, because the earth, the condition of the earth, the state of the earth is in a terrible state, man. The earth is not healthy at all. Okay, this man doesn't even keep the land Sabbath. All right, he just keeps drilling that same land and basically just depleting the earth of its resources. Okay, just overworks the earth constantly, all the time. All right, and the earth needs time to heal too, man, because it is living. All right, it is a living, place, inhabitant. All right, so the title says Earth's deep blue oceans are fading and changing color, and scientists aren't sure why. All right, so when we go down, it says Earth's deep blue oceans have been fading and changing in color. Scientists aren't exactly sure why, but they think humans are to blame. You know, and these heathens, man, you know, they can't manage the earth properly. All right, look how they treat the animals. Look how they treat the environment. Okay, look at all the pollutants in the air and the atmosphere. Look at GMO foods, everything like that, man. Okay, and Esau's a chief head of that. All right, okay, and then he sets up charities, as a cause to stop all this, while meanwhile he's actually doing it. All right, and then wants you to pay money to further it to help the cause, when really he just furthering the damage. Okay, he's furthering the damage too. It says 2 decades of satellite images have revealed that more than 56 of the world's oceans have seen significant changes in color. The changes most dramatic in tropical oceans, which have become greener over the past 2 decades, per a study published in July in the journal Nature. Scientists fear these color changes could be harbingers of yet another global crisis in ocean food chains as the planet warms. You see, you know, the, ultimately, Yahweh Shai is in control, man. Okay, and he's set the bounds that these devils can't pass. So there's only so much this devil can do. But that's why the Lord is shortening the days, or else no flesh should be saved. Right? He's shortening the days for the elect's sake, man. With these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, all right, West Indians and Haitians, man, and the Israelite foreigners who are scattered among these heathen nations that may look like these heathen nations, but are Israelites, all right, going back to their forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, through their father's side, right? Okay, you're the children of Israel, man. Okay, but only the elect, all right, will be saved on this first go around. Okay. Greener oceans means more life, and that's not necessarily good. The color of the oceans can tell us a lot about their health. The reason we care about this is not because we are about the color, but because the color is a reflection of the changes in the state of the ecosystem. That's flawed. Okay, right? Hunting certain animals for delicacy. I know the Ammonites, which are so-called Japanese, and the Moabites too, so-called Chinese. All right, they everyone knows they eat all sorts of abominable stuff. And I've never been keen on no Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese food anyway. Right, from day one. And their delicacies: octopus, calamari, squid. All right, clam. All right, they're supposed to clean the ocean, man, and help further, help keep the ecosystem intact, balanced, because the Lord is all about balance. But what they go down there, all right, with their nets, grab up everything, all right. Which it's easy if you fish that way, but you take out the good fish, fins and scales, you take that out, like haddock, cod, salmon, tuna, even though the scales are a bit short and small on tuna, all right, it's still lawful to eat. And then you discard, all right, the undesirables. But no, you have shark fin soup, you have things like that, which sharks have fins but no scales, so that's unclean. You know, them gooks eat everything, man. Okay. Says when an ocean turns green, however, that usually means the ocean is teeming with phytoplankton, tiny organisms that can use sunlight to capture both carbon and turn it into sugars, just like planets do. Alright? They found that while some oceans are getting marginally redder or bluer, most of the oceans that have seen a change in colour are getting greener, which could mean more phytoplankton. Right? Certain things that eat certain things, they're being killed off, and that means, you know, what's at the bottom of the food chain will multiply more. Alright? Okay? And it's detrimental if it's the other way around. If there's a less of something, whatever it is that eats that will start to die off because there's less of it. Okay, and that's their main food source. So then it affects them and they start to die off. All right. And really, if you want to read more of this article, if you want to read more, all right, you can. Okay, because all manner of stuff have been done to these oceans, and the ocean is vital, of course. Okay, a lot of you know life's living organisms are there. All right. Scientists will now try to understand exactly what is causing the changes in color to better predict how our oceans could evolve as the planet gets warmer. Okay, I'm just picking certain parts, jumping down. All right. It's possible, for instance, that microplastics in the water could contribute to changes in color, and a lot of waste and dump is being thrown into these oceans too. All right. A lot of plastic rubbish, right? Which certain marine life they ingest it and then choke on it like plastic bags and things like that. All right. All the microplastic particles, man, are all up in the seafood, and then when you consume it, you consume the plastics with it. All right, that's why the oceans are unhealthy, man. Okay, tipping things in there. See, so yeah, it's gonna keep this as a relatively short lesson because get straight to the point. Because even in our you know past captivities under these different various heathen kingdoms, all right, the earth wasn't defiled like it is now. All right, all these chemtrails in the air and stuff like that. Holes in the ocean, holes in the ozone layer, alright? All these different spillages as well going into the water, man. That's why, and then people, you know, when they ingest that, because that could be their main water source, alright? Especially in certain poorer places and countries, that gets up into their body and it wreaks havoc on their mental health because it affects their brain and things like that. Okay, so this is the book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 11. It? Yeah, verse 11. And it repented the Adawan Yahweh that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Adawan Yahweh said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeper thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. Alright, it's going into the first death, the flood, man. Okay, alright. And, that was the first death where, water is a cleansing agent, okay? That destroyed, everything on the planet. 8 souls were saved, okay? And 8, spiritually, that represents glory, okay? Alright, so the Lord manifested his works on the earth, man. And it was a glorious thing he did at that time, okay? Alright, but this time, the second death will be a flood of fire, and fire is a purifying agent, okay? That's a purifying agent, and that's going to be the second death. That's going to come, man. Alright, let's get Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Adawan Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. Right? And mountains, represent governments in the Bible. Okay, and America is also responsible for, a lot of damaging and destructive things that it's done to other countries, not just physically but economically as well, financially. All right, certainly through their doctrine, their wine, their false philosophies. but of course, physically as well. All right, they've done a lot of things that's destroyed the atmosphere, the ecosystem. All right, even through all these industrial wastes and things like that, man. America is high up in that as well. That's why the Lord is going to destroy Babylon the Great, man. Okay, by Russia, along with North Korea, China, Iran. All right, and even Americans' allies still going to turn against America themselves as well. All right, and of course the chariots of Yasha Allah is going to destroy Babylon the Great, rendering it into a lake of fire, man. Okay, you see. Let's get another one. Psalms 82 and verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course, and gross ignorance, right, is taken over the earth, man. Okay, people follow after their wicked, lustful ways. They do what they think is right in their own sight. That's why they don't understand, man, and they continue to walk in darkness. All right, and they fail to realize that certain actions, wicked actions that they do, have consequences. Okay, so that's why the earth is out of course, out of foundation. All right, removing all the shrimp, the prawns, things like that, which clean the ocean. They remove all that from the ocean, and then the water gets polluted more and more because they clean the ocean, man. Okay, shrimp and other similar creatures like that, man. All right, that's what maintains the cleanliness of the oceans. All right, it's like your ocean version of the pig. Okay, you got a lot of people eating pork all the time. All right, and pork's your natural garbage disposals. All right, but they're used for delicacies, man. All right, and that in turn has an effect. All right, on people, on the environment, on the ecosystem too. All right, these so-called white people, they lead in that, man. All right, should just let's get Revelation chapter 11 verse 18, which reads, "And the nations were angry." All right, nations are angry at America. All right, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints who are Israelites. All right, Psalms 148 and 14 tells you that, if I remember correctly. Psalms 50 and 5. All right, saints are the Israelites, man. Okay, and the Lord reveals His secrets unto His servants the prophets. All right, Amos 3 and 7 tells you that surely the Lord power will do nothing but reveals His secrets unto His servants the prophets. All right, the prophets are coming out here, warning our people. All right, declaring the end times from the beginning to the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, man. All right, and exposing the lies of Esau Edom. Okay, because one of his weapons is is deception. All right, we're exposing that, we're bringing down his system spiritually through the Lord, right? Psalm 64 and 3, who whet their tongue like a sword, and that whet there I believe is to sharpen. All right, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, man. So they're what's the word now? They're I forgot the word. The things they put into paper, the legislations, things like that, against our people. Okay, the lies and deceptions that they've told on us, man. Okay, because that's one of his weapons, deception. All right. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, who are the Israelites. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Okay, so you know the elect through Yahushua is going to get the victory, man. All right. Okay, and that's it really. We're spiritually breaking down this man's system, exposing his lies and his false philosophies. All right. So Revelation 11 and 18 again. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name. That's why the name of the Lord and his only begotten Son is important, man. All right, Yahweh. right, in the ancient Hebrew, which means he exists or he is to be. Okay, not no Jah, not no Yah, which is that just means he. Okay, the Most High's name is not Yah. All right, you got a lot of Yah Israelites still, professing that. And of course, ain't no Jehovah, no Ahaya, all right, no Yahweh, all right. The name of the only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai, ain't no Jesus Christ. You still got people, especially the IUIC, calling upon the Most High God Christ bless, all right. But the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is saved, man. Okay. Even Zechariah 14 and 9 tells you, in that day. In fact, let's get it. In that day, Yahweh Shem Yahshua shall be king over the earth, and there shall be one Lord and his name one, right? So that cuts all the confusion about the Lord's name, alright? Because you've got Muslims that like to say, oh, Allah has 99 names, and Allah is just a Hebrew word that means God, okay? Now, the Lord has many titles, okay? Like the word God is a title. You got Mr., you got Mrs., you got Doctor, you got Professor, they're titles. Dr. John Clark, Mrs. K.T. Smith, they're Mr., Mrs. John, sorry, Mr., Mrs., Professor, Doctor, they're titles, man. But the Lord has one name, okay? So Revelation 11 and 18, let's finish it off. And then that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Right, these Edomites say, they destroy the earth, man. Okay? And more than half the oxygen we breathe every day is produced by the ocean. The oceans absorbs around, half the world's CO2, which is carbon dioxide. Alright? That's why certain coastal systems like mangroves and salt marshes, they even absorb carbon dioxide up to 50 times faster than, you know, than places like the tropical rainforest. Okay? And we know the Amazon rainforest, that's that's a lot of life that lives there. But that's these Edomites cut down all these trees all the time. Cutting down one or two is fine, alright? But this man's all about devastation and destruction. Okay? That's what he's about. Alright? Let's get into the scripture. Um, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 8. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since you are laid down, no feller is come up against us. Right? Then in the kingdom of heaven, man, the earth is going to go back to its renewed, pristine paradise. Okay? Its new, refreshed, rejuvenated state. Okay? It's not like how it's going to be now, man. Okay? Alright? No more GMOs and chemtrails and things like that, man. Alright? That's how the wrong people are ruling. Okay? Because when we get back into our righteous rulership state, beginning with the elect, alright? Again, things are going to be, in perfect shape. Going back to Idan, which is Eden, paradise. Alright? Okay? Because right now, things being dumped into the sea. Okay? Alright? You know? Let's get the Hebrew word for fella. Alright? And it's the Strong's H. H just means Hebrew. So the Strong's H3772. And the Hebrew word is karath. Right? It goes into to cut off, to cut down, to cut off body part, to cut out, sorry, eliminate, kill, cut a covenant, to cut off a body part, behead, to hew, which means to cut down. Alright, so you get the point, to destroy, to cut down. That's what they do to these trees. Alright? Okay. And again, in the Amazon rainforest, man, a lot of organisms, they they depend upon, you know, the rainforest, right? So the animals are displaced, right? And then, you know, a lot of them end up dying, basically. Okay. You know, have you noticed how you tend to see more trees in you know, Esau's neighborhoods, and then you see none or very little in Jake neighborhoods? Okay, that's because, you know, of course, we all know trees are important. All right, they help even regulate you know, the weather in terms of like the atmosphere. You know how warm it is, all right? Because they provide shade and things like that. And even spiritually, trees represent, you know, tranquility, which is peace. All right, you know, relaxed mind state. All right, you know, trees represent that spiritually. All right, you know, they're taking CO2 and water, and in return they produce glucose and oxygen, which is released into the atmosphere, man. Okay, so their job is to make sure that our atmosphere remains, you know, oxygen rich. Okay, all right. That's why, you know, in the hood there's more, you know, pollution and things like that. All right, because when you find more trees, man, you usually find clearer air. All right, and all that's done by design to, you know, to kill us off, because this devil hates us, man. Okay, hates us. Okay, you know. So, you know, this man will be taken out of power soon. So, you know, Lord willing, this lesson's edifying. Just wanted to get, you know, shed some light on this, okay? Because, you know, the earth is fed up, man. The earth is fed up. Animals are fed up, okay? Mental health is on the rise consistently. Life is suffering, all manner of life, all right? So, again, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Gonna end the lesson there. By doing so, again, give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Waha, Rakah Kudash. With that, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abad Babal, logging off. Shalom to the elect.